Good morning, it's Hiker Dude Dad. I am at Catoctin Mountain Park, south of the border in my favorite neighboring state, Maryland. We are here, this is in like north central Maryland, Frederick County. We're between Thurmont and Emmitsburg. We're here at Catoctin Mountain Park. We're gonna climb to Wolf Rock, Chimney Rock, hopefully get some great overlooks here and complete this 4-mile loop here. And then we're going to go next door to Cunningham Falls State Park in Maryland. Right now we are in a National Park Service area. I hesitate to label it. The area started out as Catoctin Mountain Recreational Demonstration Area, which I've never heard before. Usually you get National Historic Site and things like that. Bills were introduced in the Senate in the early 2000s to designate this as a national recreation area, which is what like Delaware Water Gap is. I think it's like a notch below a state national park. The bill was passed in the Senate, never in the House, so this remains Catoctin Mountain Park, but controlled by the National Park Service. Here's our steps. We're going up. Let's do this. We're immediately climbing. I can sort of see the parking lot down there. It's been straight up on the red and yellow blazes, and there's no end in sight to the climb. Yeah, look at all those topo lines. We're going straight up a mountain right now. Back in the 1930s, to aid people during the Depression, you know, they brought in the Civilian Conservation Corps, the CCC, the Work Progress Administration, and started working on trails and buildings and everything else here. There's about 10,000 acres here. This park is now 5,000 acres. Just to the south of here, across Route 77, those 5,000 acres, they turned over to the state of Maryland, and that is Cunningham Falls State Park, which is our second stop later on today. Straight up. There's one little flat part. Otherwise, it's just climbing. It's a little buggy too. Weather's great though, 70 degrees. Not very humid, but bugs and spider webs so far. And this hill. First interchange we get to is a 1, 2, 3-way split here. Kind of walked into a pitchfork. We're of course going up, and we're less than a mile from Wolf Rock. That'll be the first stop. Don't expect too much in the way of views from there. Seems like a rock scramble from what I've read. Chimney Rock though is where the good view is going to be. So that's just almost a half-mile after the scramble on Wolf Rock, which I hear can be snaky. Again, it's mild today. It's the morning. I don't expect to see any. Who knows? Maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised. Excellent signage here in this National Park Service area. Great trails. It's rocky, but well maintained. There's strategic rock steps, and as the National Park Service likes to do, log steps Greatly appreciated. As I was approaching, I just saw it looks like a gigantic wall here that is Wolf Rocks. All right, looks like the gateway here to Wolf Rocks. Definitely gonna be keeping my eyes open here. Probably too early in the morning for snakes, but gonna be scrambling, so I'm gonna keep my eyes open. Wow, guess I'm supposed to go that way. Went to a wrist mount here for the camera, so hopefully be able to show you some of this. So over there, I don't think that was the gateway. I got to a pretty impassable spot. Coming back along the ridge here. There's a deep hole. Cave down there. I could probably make my way up here. Just don't know what's on top. I don't know if there's a definite way across. So I think I'm gonna go back to what feels like a main trail. That was the recommended all trails way, and see if I can't backtrack to this part. Tell you, if I was here with a friend, this would be pretty fun. This is climbable. I just don't, you know, I'm out here pretty much alone, as far as I know. So I'm just gonna backtrack to, hopefully it's a little safer. We can get up, get a good view, or see what all the fuss is about Wolf Rocks. But I mean, no doubt, I mean, I can do this. Just, you know, buddy system, better have somebody out here, I think, with you. I'd have to do some Alex Honnold stuff to climb this right here, so I'm gonna keep going. There is the trail came up. I came up like right here, and it had me going up this way, so I'm gonna try and go that way. Oddly enough, this sign is over here, where it looks easy to climb. You know. Yeah, that's over here where it actually looks easy to climb, not over where I was trying to, where there were like 20-foot, 30-foot rock crevices. It's amazing. There's a board back there that says 500 million years ago, this quartzite that's sticking out was the sand at the bottom of an ocean. And now it's pushed up, we're about 1,200 feet above sea level. It's been pushed up with everything else. The quartzite is super hard, everything else eroded. Sure, you could probably find fossils in here if you really look. So I would love to set up my camera over here and climb up to this ledge. I think that's where I was trying to get up before, so I think I would have ended up there had I made that climb, and regretted not having a camera over here. But there's like a big gap here. I'm not sure how to get over there. This sign is the understatement sign of the year. There were definitely deep crevices up there on Wolf Rocks. The one platform that I did want to stand on, though, is actually the Wolf Rock. Apparently that ledge, some people say it looks like a wolf's head. Very blocky wolf's head, but that's what they thought. So basically those rocks and Chimney Rock that we're going to go to are quartzite. They're highly resistant to erosion, and they were the eastern flank of the Appalachian Mountains, but buried, and that sand from that ocean bottom forged into the quartz crystals, and it was buried until the top of the mountain eroded. But the top of that mountain was when the Appalachians were taller than the Rocky Mountains. So the Appalachians here used to be taller than the Rocky Mountains, but highly erodible. So now we're down to what's left, basically. You son of a bitch. Caught my toe, took me down, ripped a hole in the first layer. Man. Zoning out here, walking up another hill, and took me right out. Alright, so here's Chimney Rock. It's gonna be a kick-ass overlook up there. I'm headed up. Alright, so to get those shots there, I needed to come up to this level. So my only way was across here. So I just wanted to show you how that worked. Not too bad. But then, kind of had to crawl up the outside of this guy. Not much room to stand out here, so just had to find some handholds here. Push with the feet. Drag your fat ass up. For having a fear of height, I'll do anything for an overlook. I'm an enigma. But yeah, pretty worth it. Yeah, just gotta have a seat here. Have some, have a little snack. Ice cold watermelon. Perfect for today. So, as I said earlier, a lot of CCC work here in the 1930s to build up this area. There's a lot of like kind of resort camps here, kind of like cabins and things like that. The most famous one on Catoctin Mountain was at first, I forget what the first name is, Catoctin High, I think, or High Catoctin it was designated, and then it got the name Shangri-La in the 1930s from President Franklin D. Roosevelt. He stayed here in Shangri-La. In the 1950s, President Dwight Eisenhower renamed the camp after his grandson, David Eisenhower. And to this day, it is Camp David, official presidential retreat. We're about 62 miles northwest of Washington, D.C. And yeah, just a little bit west of here is Camp David. I was like stunned to see that on the map. I thought like they kept that like top secret like Area 51 or something. Apparently not. It's right on the top of Catoctin Mountain. I'd imagine if you start hiking that way, at some point you'll get turned back. So visitors are not allowed at Camp David. You have to have a presidential invite. I don't have any hookups right now, so we're not going to see Camp David on this trip. They have the roads and trails and everything set up so that a third of the mountain can be almost instantaneously shut down and shut off if the president does arrive. So. Yeah, that's the best way down from there. So all that uphill has resulted in a big downhill here, which is a bunch of loose rocks. Keep sliding out from under me, but a welcome downhill after all that climbing to begin with. So we are past the sites, the overlooks that I wanted to see, on our way back to the visitor center. All right, so Catoctin Mountain Park, pretty awesome. Great views, great rocks. Way more to explore here. I'll be back someday. Yeah, hey, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe. Please like the video, tell a friend, and we'll see you next time. I'm headed down the street to Cunningham Falls.